Alright, you and me both know why you're here. Banana! So, if you've seen, I've made a model of Sun and Moon and Eclipse. And, yeah, it was kind of difficult. Well, not entirely difficult, but I did have my, twists and turns on making the model. And I usually don't do this. I just, talk about my models, pretty much how I do them, and, do my magic. But I was like, why not? Pretty much should be a fun experience. Also, more of a chance for me talking. So, yeah. I guess I'll give you a little bit of a small explanation why I made the model. 1. FNAF's popular. 2. The new Security Breach Ruin DLC just came out. And 3. Pretty sure Sun and Moon and Eclipse are, the most popular characters. And it's quite ironic since, Freddy is supposed to be the popular one, but we all prefer the Jester, Sun, and Moon, and now the broken out Eclipse guy. Which I can see why. Yeah, sometimes people get tired of furries. No offense. Hey, it's been a while we got like an animatronics that isn't like fully on animal. Alright, now let's get to the breakdown how I made the freaking models. I kinda wish I had footage of me making the model, like kinda like those speed paints. However, yeah, that's I don't like recording myself when I'm drawing, mostly because 1, I get nervous, 2, I tend to laze around when I'm drawing, and 3, I'm kind of afraid that my computer would explode with the amount of memory that footage will have. You'll have to do with the screenshots I have. Speaking of which, I kinda do have to pull them up to be able to describe them. Alright, here's the sketch. It's kinda messy, but this is how I usually do my work. I guess for most of my favorite part was working on the pants, because I just like drawing very baggy pants because it tends to be very easy how to, to work with them. Just act Jevil. And if you can see, there was like a few changes. For example, you can see the arms and eyes, and from the original one, they are completely changed. Reasoning with the arms, they didn't look that good, and the eyes, I wanted to make it look more naturally robotic. I don't know if that's the word, but it works. And as you see with the sun's pellets, is that the right word for those triangle things?
A halo is a ring or light that forms around the sun or moon as the sun or moon light refracts off ice crystals present in a thin veil of cirrus clouds. The halo is usually seen as a bright, white ring, although sometimes it can have color.
Alright, I guess it's a halo. I had to use a lot of prestige measurements when it came to sun's halo, because everything had to be symmetrical, and oh boy, it was a doozy, as you can clearly see. And this was Moon. And yes, I know, there's barely anything in it. Well, mostly because Sun and Moon kind of share a body, and the only thing I did, it was like switch up the color palettes, which kind of made it difficult when it came to the rigging. It was kind of a nightmare. And now we got Eclipse, and as you can see, he's kind of like 80% complete and 20% incomplete, mostly because I reused some of the parts from the Sun and Moon to able to build it. But you can see how drastically it changed, a lot. Especially the teeth. Oh man, just look at these teeth and compare it to the final version. Thank God I didn't went with these teeth, because I didn't know how I was going to do the original teeth. As you can see with original Eclipse, it has the little flappy things. I didn't know how to do it, but I changed it up to make it aligns with the original one. As you can see, he has that broken face, with the broken halo, broken eyes, a broken down body, and the pants. Oh my god, they were so cool. They were so cool how I made them at the end. One broken, one complete, that type of stuff. And for the hand poses, yeah, at the time I didn't know that much of his personality, so I just be like, he's waving, but he's kind of like he's about to like grab something, and I don't need that in a dirty way. I just he's gonna grab you, be like, whoa, bam, scary. And as you can see from Sun's hand pose, it's like his classic, when you first meet him, he's like doing his like monkey arms thing. So I kind of like aligned that pose with this. For the pose for Moon, I just made him like he's about to grab you, because that's how he usually is depicted in FNAF Security Breach, when he's about to like chase you down. So kinda went with that. And now that I see it, I kinda gave him like elf shoes. You're gonna be Santa's little helper. Okay, now let me tell you one of the most difficult things I had to like figure out with this model. To be able to make the switch between sun and moon, I had to make most of the body parts hollow. And what I mean by that, it kind of looks like this. I had to separate the color from the lines, and there was like so much of it, and I had to track how it was supposed to look like, which one had to mask. It was a whole ass mess, and it was like, oh, it was a headache. Thankfully for Eclipse, it was much more easier because their body was a whole ass different thing. They were not the same from Sun and Moon. Now for the coolest thing about this model, the switch between Sun and Moon. It was simple, yet a little bit complex. Let me just tell you. Alright, for most of it, Sun is the main point of the switch. And what I mean by that, Sun has the proper colors, the proper color set to able to change between Moon, I mean. Because this is the color matte, I only needed to mask over the colors of Sun to make the proper change. And for the arms, I just had to like twist them back and pop out the other ones. The main difficulty with this switch was that you can see the hand popping out from the back. It was a simple fix. I just had to like lower the opacity of the hand, or more like the entire arm, so you can't see any of it. The other small detail you probably haven't seen was the mouth. When I just talk, you can see the lines. They just like move. I was kind of like going with how Bender talks from Futurama. You know, when he talks, like you can see like it's kind of like a little radio thing. I don't know if I'm describing it right. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention about this. I usually do like a lot of hiccups in between like my layers, and I hate doing it. And what I mean by that, the same drawing is saved in the same layer, and then I have to go back to paint side and pretty much separate that. And pretty much when I go back again, I found something else that is saved in the same layer, and have to go back in between, blah 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 blah. It's hell, but I get the job done, sweetheart. I don't want to call you sweetheart. And now let's go check out Eclipse transformation. Yeah, it's pretty simple. I just did like a quick squash and stretch because I really didn't know how to exactly, you know, make a whole transformation of that. Because one, I had to figure out how to exactly make a transformation from sun to eclipse or moon to eclipse, which would be a whole ass another type of math problem I just had to make. So don't FNAF me. Is that a term? I don't think that's a term. I think I just made up a term. And yeah, that's the model of Sun and Moon and Eclipse. No, but it was oh yeah, this took me like a month and 2 weeks. Well, it took me 2 weeks to draw, sketch, and plan out the model. And the only reason it took me that long because I was taking summer college classes, okay? I probably could have finished it in a month if I didn't have any classes. I really don't know what I'm gonna use this model for, but I'll figure something out. On that mindset, thank you all for watching this video. This is my first time actually presenting or like talking about my models. The reason is because, you know, it's Sun and Moon. I had to talk about them. I'm pretty sure I could have mentioned much more of my model, but I think I said quite enough. Well, enough that I could have think of. Anyway, thanks for watching the video. If you want to see more of me and/or my models, and/or just me playing games, because I usually do that a lot, subscribe and leave a like and comment. Also, stay tuned for my next model because it's gonna be quite special, like very special, and it's gonna be free-ish. Remember that. Anyway, sneaky out, baby.